Something strange this way comes. What is it? Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzzTV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh yes, creepy music.
Yes.
Do you guys know what that is? Because it's coming. It's coming. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, but soon it's coming. If you don't know the theme music to this, we're gonna be talking about it tonight. Hey guys, welcome back. You are watching Netflix News at AfterBuzzTV. I'm Rick Hong. You can find me on all social media at Rick Hong, R-I-C-K-H-U-N-G. And I'm joined by my strange cast.
That's right, I own my strangeness. Hey everybody, it's Ashley Chaney. Let's talk online. You can find me at Ashley on Camera.
And I'm Steve Kaufman. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kaufman. That's K-A-U-F-M-A-N-N.
That was slightly creepy. I'm just soaking in the Stranger Things theme, because it's just like, yes, it's so good. And now it's gone. Hi everyone, I'm Amy Cassandra, and you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Amy Cassandra TV. I'm sorry, Steve, in the engineer booth. I just changed that today. I did not tell you. I just remembered right now. I know.
Oh, no.
It is totally my fault because it just happened. So it's big news. It's Amy Cassandra TV. I dropped the underscore.
No underscore.
No
What?
underscore. It feels great. I feel liberated.
No.
It's
What's great about this is like people out there in this camera or that camera, you can be the first one of her followers.
That's right.
Well, I
She didn't change her
She's up to 0 right now, so you can be number 1.
mean, no. Yeah, I love that I get to keep all the followers. Thank you, everyone, for still sticking with me. But yeah, brand new. Happened this afternoon. And it was a big deal, you know, when you change your Instagram or Twitter handle, it's like, oh my god, I hope that it's going to be available on both, because I don't want to make it complicated for you guys.
That's
Oh
lucky.
Easy
yeah,
peasy.
that's true. That's why I say on all social media.
Some of us just only pick one. It's
Yeah.
like you can find me on Twitter, kind of on Instagram, and don't worry about everything
No,
else.
but Steve's great. Steve's up to like 6 followers right now.
Oh,
So.
good. Who's going to be
talking
lucky number 7?
Are we talking about my
huh?
Instagram?
That's right.
awesome.
All right, guys, welcome back. You guys are watching Netflix News at AfterBuzzTV, and we are on episode 3, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Correct.
Yes. All right. Yes, 3. Episode 3. And last week we were very news heavy because there was a lot going on in Netflix, but this is reviews and coverage. So this week we're going to talk a little bit more about things that we're watching. The chat is open, so please feel free to chime in. Down in the comments always, feel free to like chime in there too, and we can try to get to stuff that people talk about. What you were listening to prior was the Stranger Things theme song for those of you who do not watch Stranger Things. So here's a little spoiler. They just released the Strangers 2 trailer, and it's coming out in about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
12 days.
12, okay, yes,
Who's
Amy's
counting?
got it, so 12 days, and we're gonna play it, so this is a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to see it, don't want to know what's going on, either scrub fast forward or pause for about 2 minutes, because you're about to get first reactions, because
Yeah.
I have not
I
seen
haven't
it
seen
yet.
it. I didn't know we
haven't
were going to
seen
do
it
this. Oh, I'm so excited.
So
It's so...
I've not seen this trailer.
No.
Okay,
None of
see,
us
none
have
of us
seen
seen it,
it.
so you're about to get first
Oh.
reactions from
Our
my
us.
God.
engineer also hasn't
Here
seen
we
the
go.
trailer. You
Yes,
can hear
yes,
his.
yes.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can hear his.
All right.
Now I have to
but
sit through this.
I apologize in advance for all the screaming that's about to ensue. Just
Okay,
putting it out
and
there.
roll it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just got chills.
On Halloween night, Will saw a sort of shadow. Maybe all of this is happening for a reason.
These are not nightmares. It's happening. And it all leads back to here.
This thing. You said it was all in his head. And what have you done? Nothing. What is wrong with my boy?
I don't understand. However, what? She was too. God's will.
Oh my God.
Don't you think it's weird how we only seem to hang out when the world's about to end?
It's not like it was before. It's grown.
It's Judgment Day. Which is why we need as much help as we can get. Is anyone there? Anyone?
You should go now. It's almost here.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
Hey,
Woo! Now that is a trailer.
Oh, that's good. That's so good.
That's so much in a trailer, though.
Oh, it's so good.
That's why
though.
I don't know. I like it. I just not always something this hot ticket do you get. Like, here's all the things.
I mean, the good part about this too is it's so put together, but I still don't really have a good idea of what's going on.
Right.
That's what I like about this trailer. It's not like, oh yeah, it's a John Connor's the evil robot too. It's nothing. It's not like a Terminator spoiler or
There's
something.
like a whole
Yeah.
new storyline. Yeah, for sure. Lots of returning characters, but look like a bunch of new faces as well in that trailer.
Yeah, we've got Sean Astin from Goonies, which is a good throwback to the 80s.
Samwise.
Yeah, right. For those who grew up in like a little bit later past the 80s, or for some weird reason you were not loved as a child and didn't get to see Goonies, then there you go.
Is that an admission that you haven't seen Goonies?
No, I have. But
No, she's right though. No, she's right. It's Sam, but it's Samwise too.
That's Samwise. Like when I see him, I think of Samwise, and then I think of him in Goonies. But
Okay.
yeah.
Also, I can make an unpopular opinion right now to just take
Go for it.
Take
Oh,
some of the
God.
spotlight away from Amy. I don't think Goonies holds up.
Get out.
No, I
sorry.
kind of agree, honestly.
It just doesn't
Yeah.
hold up as it was good at the time.
Like, here's the thing.
Hey guys, next week, Steve Kaufman will be replaced. We are taking replacements for this panel, so please chime in. It's like,
pointing
we
it
will
out.
feed you in via Skype or whatever it is, but
Here-
Steve Kaufman is done.
That's not even an unpopular opinion. That's just drivel. That's just insanity.
the
That
wrong
doesn't
opinion,
Even,
is that what you're
that's-
trying to say?
That's not an opinion.
I'll make a
That's
video essay and send it to you next week.
Oh, things I'm not
Okay.
going to watch, but go ahead.
I get what you're saying, and I think I just need to give it another try because I've seen so many things since I first saw Goonies that I'm a different person now than I was. Why are you looking at me?
I think
like
there are a lot of
that?
member
Oh my
berries to
God.
Goonies.
I can't even
that
relate at all.
If you didn't see Goonies, I'm not going to dig a hole any deeper. I said what I said. Let me know about it in the comments.
Man, I'll tell you something.
Well, we
not
have
to
a lot
love?
of comments already.
Of course.
But
Hey, Steve, please read us the comments, like from our viewers about what they think of your thoughts.
Okay, Victor Ortega says beautiful eyes on the right. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right side of this frame. They mean
No,
me.
no, I'm over here. He's clearly talking about me.
you guys
I'm
are so
over here.
nice. But JD says that he thinks of Rudy and Samwise.
Oh,
with
Rudy.
Sean
Okay, no, that's a
Astin.
good one too. I always forget Rudy. That's right.
Rudy!
Yeah, Rudy's a tough one to forget.
It's like Adrian. Do they say Rudy? They do, no? I just made that up.
No, they say Rudy.
Okay, good.
No, because like they're
Yep.
cheering him on to come onto the field.
Rudy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They do.
Rude.
That's
Okay.
right. Yep.
Also, did you guys know this fun fact about Stranger Things in the cast? Nancy and Jonathan, those characters in real life, are together.
Are they dating? Oh, that's very sweet. That's very
It's so
sweet.
adorable.
It's very Game of Thrones. True love
Oh
life.
my God.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing, Ashley Chaney.
I had a secret like bereavement ceremony when I found out he was really engaged because that was the last. That was
so
it for me.
sorry.
That was the final. We're not going to make it, are we, Jon Snow? So.
That's what's interesting about Game of Thrones is that I think it's so popular and it must be a big money maker for HBO. They actually don't have that on Netflix, which I know a lot of people would love to see that show come binge-worthy on Netflix.
Dude,
but
that would be great.
But wait, HBO doesn't have any of their shows on.
they
Netflix.
used to,
Well, no,
right?
'cause
Now
they
they're
have
on
HBO
Amazon.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's why.
Well, they have
pulled
HBO
everything,
now,
but
which
they
is an
used to.
Amazon channel. Like they very much were. Netflix was obviously first to this market, but HBO was pretty much second or third to this market. Of we're gonna release our entire library as VOD, over the top, similar to how Netflix is. First through the cable subscriber, and then eventually through individual subscribers.
But speaking of what Steve's talking about, so the moneymaker must be currently. I mean, you definitely said last week that supposedly Narcos is the highest rated show for now.
According to an
However,
outside third party.
I did read somewhere, and I forgot to bring this up last week. Is it coincidence that they decided to raise the subscription $1 right as it's the same month for Stranger Things 2?
Not at all. Also fiscal quarters, but Stranger Things.
When in doubt.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like, this was like a surprise hit because I don't really remember a lot of hype coming out until this thing just dropped out of nowhere. And then everybody just kind of started watching it, and then it just rolled into like a bigger thing. So much so that, Steve, you were online this week.
Yes.
And now that Stranger Things 2 is coming out, they're really capitalizing on the marketing and branding.
Oh, yeah.
So
Target specifically has some cool stuff. Also, October 17th, Season 1 will be a Blu-ray DVD box set. That'll be a complete retro... It'll look like an old VHS tape, but it'll actually be a box set.
It's so pretty.
And it'll be available at Target. Also available at Target will be a pink mug that says "Never Forget."
Oh. With Barb.
With Barb on it. A red mug that says Hawkins Middle School AV Club 1983.
Oh my god, I want that!
There's also a gray shirt with black writing that says "What would Barb do?"
Yes.
We'll never know.
Complete figurines.
Oh my god.
And there's a hoodie. There's a hoodie. You
There's
gotta
a
have
hoodie
a
with
hoodie.
them on the bikes.
There's a hoodie with
Sorry.
that. There's a hoodie with them on
so
the bikes.
Excited. I'm gonna start screaming.
I wish there was an AV Club hoodie, or like an AV, not a hoodie, like a sweatshirt, like the old style round
Like the
neck.
80s?
Yeah.
Okay, an 80s hoodie that's
Sweatshirt.
red and says Hawkins Middle School AV
That's
Club.
what I want.
Can someone make that
Target?
on Etsy?
And
Get on
yes,
there.
these are all exclusive to Target. Also, they're gonna have the Funko Pops there too.
Oh my god,
Wait, the Funko
11.
Pops.
Oh yeah, the Funko Pop's
11.
awesome.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
oh yeah.
The
Okay.
things I retweet all the time. One of these days they'll send me a free exclusive.
Next week we'll be on set with all the new mugs.
Hey.
Things.
What?
Target, you know we're here. AfterBuzzTV. Hit us
Yeah,
up.
if you guys want to send us some swag, I mean, hey, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Let us we'll
The address
receive
is pretty public.
Or maybe we'll go out ourselves and get it. How many
That too.
Barbs do you think there'll actually be this year, or do you think there'll be more Ghostbusters?
That's a great question.
For Halloween.
Like Halloween?
Well, yeah.
Halloween costumes.
wow.
Barbs, lots of barbs.
I feel like last year was the Stranger Things,
Yeah.
everybody for Halloween.
11.
I would love to know what some hot Halloween costumes are this year. If you guys have any suggestions, actually.
And specifically if it is related to
Like a Netflix show.
Yeah, Netflix show. We would love to hear about it. We will give you guys a shout out. If you want to send pictures, we can try to put it up too.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I didn't have the guts to pull it off this year. I know we haven't even gotten to Halloween. I forgot the holiday. But we're going to see a lot of glow characters.
Oh, gorgeous
so,
ladies of Wrestling.
Ruth, and Liberty Bell.
Here is a fun fact. So I covered Netflix for Glow, and we had Brittany Young, who plays Machu Picchu, on the show. She is awesome on Twitter, on Instagram. You can find her at It's Brittany Young. And I tweeted her, and I said, hey, how many people do you think are going to go as Glow this year? She said she's excited. And then I asked her, and I said, will you go as Machu Picchu? And she actually said it's TBD. But I'm balls enough to go as if I was ever an actor on a show or something. I think maybe years later I would try to pretend
Just
to
go
be
meta.
go do it. But
Nice.
so you're right. There is going to be a lot of. I already know of a party in LA that everybody said it's a Glow theme.
Oh,
So
Wait,
I've heard
but
of
it's
that.
not. First off, I need to go on a rant about a thing that's happening, and it needs to stop, which is themed Halloween parties.
What?
Halloween
take
is-
two. Get out.
Halloween
Why?
is the
Why are you
theme.
crushing our
Why?
spirit?
Halloween is the theme. It's one night you get to dress up as anything. Don't tell me the theme is narrowed. It's Halloween. You get to do whatever you want.
So what are you going as, Steve?
I haven't decided yet.
What's the theme of the party?
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
If
Okay,
it's
I'm
a
sorry.
Halloween party. No. Any other time of
see
year, have a
what you
themed.
mean.
Any other time of year, you're completely free to have a themed costume party. Halloween is the night and the season of Halloween already being the theme.
So what you're saying is you
Okay,
want
all right.
diversity. You don't want to be pigeonholed to be one.
I don't
thing.
think you guys are understanding. I've been invited to Halloween parties that have specific themes.
what are
Sure.
the themes?
Oh, there was a heroes and villains theme I was invited to last year.
No, it's fun to
many
take pictures.
options.
Yeah.
But Halloween is.
But you're saying Halloween as itself, as a theme itself, doesn't hold itself alone. It's not enough of a theme.
No, I'm saying Halloween is absolutely enough of a theme,
So-
and you
Oh,
should
you don't
never-
want to narrow it down?
You should not narrow people on themed parties for Halloween.
See, I think you're actually bringing people together to a collective experience.
beautiful.
If you right,
But
guys?
I think, but then you have 7. But then you have 7 Wonder Womans. And
You're gonna have 7
5
Wonder
Harley
Womans
Quinn.
anyway. This year,
Jessica
And- but-
Jones.
But
Hello.
But if we're heroes and villains, people would go with Wonder Woman. They wouldn't go with Jessica Jones. And what if you want to just be a gender-bending Jessica Jones? You should be allowed to do that.
Dude, I already see the look on Amy's face just to spite you. I can already see her wheels turning, being like,
You're in
I'm
trouble,
going as
Steve.
Jessica Jones.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna go in
actually
this one.
I covered Defenders when we talked about that a little while ago. So I did dress up as Jessica Jones for the panel. That was fun. It was really hot in the studio though, so I was like, oh my god, I'm melting.
Who did Candace
And then-
who did Candace go as? Was she?
She was Jessica Jones later on.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was also Elektra.
oh, I love Elektra.
Yeah. And then we had a few, we had Zach dress up as, okay, wait.
He was Iron Fist.
He was
Iron
Daredevil.
Fist.
Then,
He was all 4, right? 'Cause
yeah,
you guys
well,
had more
Iron
than 4
Fist,
episodes.
Then Luke Cage, then I'm not remembering
Well,
the order. But everyone, Luke Cage, yeah, and then Jessica Jones, Daredevil.
Yeah. If you guys
There's so
want
many.
to have some fun, right? Go to the Defenders panel after BuzzTV. Yeah,
Well,
after
yeah,
BuzzTV.
yeah.
You'll see Amy on there. You'll see Zach Wilson. You'll see them all in their weird incarnations of the different Defenders characters. So.
That was fun. So those are some more options for heroes.
All right, so okay, we're gonna stay on theme. So I'm talking Netflix. I'm talking the shows that are on. It is Halloween, and when I get challenged, I do something. So there's 2 things I can talk about today: is Gerald's Game, and also one of the funniest things ever. And literally, it's because of Amy. Last week, I watched The Babysitter. The Babysitter's directed by McG.
You're welcome.
It stays, if you watch episode 1 of this show, it stays on theme with being a funny horror flick. That you should, if you don't like the scary,
I don't like the scary.
if you don't like the scary, then go watch The Babysitter, because it's this kid who deliberately stays up to see what goes on after hours. What is this babysitter doing? Is she having a big orgy? Is she having a party? And that's when things turn crazy. So I laughed my butt off. It was a good an hour and a half of entertainment for me on Friday night, which is Friday the 13th, and that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys watch Gerald's Game?
No, but I know a lot of our fans are writing in that's a favorite.
It's in my queue. It
Yeah.
is in my queue.
Well, there's so many.
Okay.
I didn't get to it.
Well, really quick, Gerald's Game is something else that popped up. It's based on a Stephen King novel. It stars Carla Gugino, who's beautiful, Bruce Davison, and another one of those that you think that it's going one way, and then it just turns into a whole different thing. And it's more suspense than it is horror, so you could actually watch it. It's
Okay.
more of a little bit of a mind.
But is it like that
vibe.
type of thing where it's like, oh, if you're alone with the babysitter, someone's going to come into the house and kill you all? That kind of scary?
Yeah, Gerald's Game?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because people are like, oh, it's not scary. It's just mind stuff. And then that stuff happens where it's like,
No,
oh,
no, no,
it's
no,
just
no, no,
people
no,
messing
no.
with your mind because
No.
it's a game of how they can kill you. That's also scary.
But one of our viewers
Terrible.
was asking for us to talk about it, so I wanted to say that I watched it. I absolutely did love it. That thing, again, it's like I've talked to you guys about, 5-star rating on Netflix, and so I was definitely like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and it didn't disappoint.
Okay, so I noticed, at least for mine, and I don't watch Netflix on my phone, but it shows up as a match, so 97% match or whatever out of 100. So I did watch Lady Gaga, 5'2", and it was
Same height as you, yeah?
she's a little taller than me.
No, see, they can't see us. They can't see us, so she just sits there and say,
don't.
yeah. She's actually 6 foot. She's just lying.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm also
a giant.
6 foot, and she's on the same level as me.
I'm a giant, guys. So 97% match for me, and I was like, all right. But I love Lady Gaga, so I was like, okay, let me watch it.
So why do you think it wasn't a 100% match?
Because Netflix is not perfect yet.
Yet.
Well,
Yes.
and 100% match. You're just doomed to failure.
That's
Like
true.
giving
You're
anyone
too much of an
100%
expectation.
match.
It's
Right?
true.
Yeah.
But I did watch it. It was amazing. I think even if you slightly like Lady Gaga, you should watch it. And it really gives you a different perspective on her life. And it shows you everything up until moments after she finished her Super Bowl halftime performance. And it was fantastic. It was so good. And just the right amount of length. Like, it wasn't too long, and it wasn't too short.
Did they talk about her relationship with the Chicago Fire guy, Taylor Kinney?
Slightly. Like, she talks about it.
She addresses it like right away in like the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
really
and then
quick,
a little bit later too. But I did finish watching it. I tweeted about it. I was like, so good. And then I did rate it or whatever. I all I could do honestly was just give it a thumbs up. That's all it let me do.
You know, it might. You know what it is? Maybe it's the player where I watch Netflix on that keeps giving me the stars, because someone else did mention that in the comments a couple weeks ago. Saying,
what are we
like,
watching?
They still have
is
that.
It a Blu-ray player? What are we
I'm
rocking?
watching Netflix. I have everything. I have the Fire Stick. I have the Apple. I have a 2012 generation Apple TV, which doesn't update apps, and then I have a Roku player from about 2012. That's what I currently am watching it off of, so it still gives me the 5 stars to do everything. So, but I think you're right. I think it did change to a thumbs up or thumbs down, but I still like going off the stars. So,
well, I think that's what determines. I don't know about this, but my personal thought is that I would love to see. So I'm going to go home tonight and look at my interface when I log into my Roku to see if the babysitter gets a 5-star rating on my end, because I think the algorithm is they give you the stars based on your own likes. So like. That it's not that every movie is 5-star or not.
No, that's where
So it'll be like a 4-star match or whatever for me, but it's a 5-star match
because you don't like horror movies.
Because I don't like horror movies. So
actually, yeah, like, you know what? That's a pop quiz. Go do it. And let's see what happens.
I will. I will.
And you know,
Steve?
and
there's a lot going down in our chat. They're talking about the Def Comedy Jam 25. A lot of great comics on this.
Oh, really?
Dave Chappelle's on this. It's on Netflix currently. It's a Netflix original.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks for that.
I also need to correct myself. It's Gaga by Foot 2 without the lady. So it's just, there you go.
Well, now we know.
And it's an hour 40.
Right on.
Steve?
Good.
I was looking through a bunch of Netflix stuff, just trying to give some cool picks. There's a Woody Allen film from 2009 I really like called Whatever Works. It's starring Larry David. I'm saying watch it this week before the tide completely turns on Woody Allen. We can't talk about him.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
before
you want to bring up Woody Allen right now?
Before the tide, that time has already come, and I will not. I cannot support.
Then I won't talk about it. There's also an Amy Adams film from 2010 called Leap Year that was also
I love Leap Year.
That was also wonderful.
I love Amy Adams, but that movie was crap.
It was a terrible movie.
It wasn't that great.
It was terrible.
It wasn't.
Also, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is on Netflix. That's a good choice.
We also
but that's because you're a Harry Potter fan. I'll tell you what, man. Me, I couldn't even make it through. So.
I am a Harry Potter fan. I couldn't get through that. So.
All right.
What?
Yeah, I didn't dig
that was a wonderful film.
It was very, very nice.
You know what though? It actually goes on theme because next week when we come back, it's true. Like Steve will be the man with no name, or who shall be not named, because we're booting you from this panel because you don't like Goonies, man. Yeah. Harry Potter fan, but not a Goonies fan.
I should take the week off next week just so there's room and innuendo in the chat room.
There's a lot of feelings right now.
Ashley, what's brewing on your end? What did you
you guys. I had so many great suggestions from our panel here and also from you guys at home for things to watch, and I had the best of intentions, but I think I talked to you about my mindset and how that determines what I watch for Netflix.
Right.
And so this weekend I started the show Friends from College.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
I've seen it. This can bring up a good conversation.
Okay, so I started Friends from College about 2 weeks ago or whatever, and the first 2 episodes, I wanted to love this show so hard. I love the cast.
And
I know some
of
the cast.
Fred Savage. It's Keegan-Michael Key.
Nat Faxon, who Nat Faxon and I have worked together on another show, and he's like a dream come true, the nicest, sweetest guy, and I still love his acting and his entire character in the show. But the like, guys, what happened on the story? It's so convenient, sloppy, not a lot going on. That said, I couldn't not finish it. Like, I had to be like, this has got to get better. This is going to get better.
And she's more upset because it's already been picked up for season 2.
And it's been picked up for season 2, which is like great because maybe they'll bring it around. But I was so disappointed because I wanted to love it and I kept giving it every episode. I was like, okay, I'm going to give it one more shot. Okay, I'm going to give it one more shot. No, okay, by season 6 they're definitely going to bring this back around, or by episode 6, no. And then I just watched episode 8 last night and I was like, I'm kind of pissed. I'm like, I gave you 8 episodes, guys, of my life, and it disappointed. So that's where I'm at with Netflix right now. I need to cleanse the palate with something good.
Yeah,
so,
I told you, the babysitter.
The babysitter.
Well, see, and we have people that have said, I got a lot of suggestions too on my Instagram. Thank you guys. Mindhunter, although we have mixed feelings here about Mindhunter.
Okay, so really quick, we are covering that for AfterBuzz, which I think starts on the 22nd. And I'll put it in the description later for you guys, or in the comments. I'll put that in for what date, what time to tune in. I watched the pilot over the weekend, and for me, this is David Fincher. This is one of the like creme de la creme of directors that's out there. It's pretty much in the world of how FBI psychology starts, of the Mindhunter, not to be confused probably with the movie Mindhunters from like 2004, I believe. It didn't catch me, but it stars Jonathan Groff, who you might know from Glee, and I believe the show Looking.
Oh, the San Francisco show.
Okay. And there's Holt McCallany that's in it, but it didn't push me to get to a episode 2. But however, we're covering it here. They're gonna watch the whole thing, and you can get a whole different set of opinions of what they liked or disliked about the show on Thursday, I believe.
We can put the link in our description box below. Is it a half-hour show or an hour long?
1 hour drama.
An hour long.
Ooh.
That's also tough, like, because it's a big time commitment. To me, it's easier to get hooked, I've noticed, on a shorter, like a half-hour show for me, because it's a little bit more consumable than
Is that
sometimes
so?
an hour.
When you're watching Netflix, are more prone to consume the half hour as opposed to the hour? I know you said it's depending on the mood, but still, knowing that I only have to spend 30 minutes as opposed to spending an hour.
I think I would be probably more inclined. Now that said, it's true. The real deal with me is that I come home, I'll pick a series. Like this is how I Netflix. I'll pick a series that has like many seasons. So right now, and I'm on Grey's Anatomy, and I'm like back to season 1. I know. And like I love the early characters so much. So and then I'll just
wait, McDreamy or McSteamy?
Oh God, McDreamy. Actually, maybe McSteamy. I don't know. Whichever one shows up.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start a new thing where I'm going to find something on Netflix that I have not seen, but looks pretty awesome. And I think I found it.
What is it?
Newsies is on Netflix.
Yeah.
The Broadway a recording of the Broadway musical is on Netflix currently.
But not the old.
The Disney Newsies that was on Broadway recently.
2017.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you're not talking about the old movie that's on Netflix
not
right
the
now.
Christian Bale film.
No, because that's one that I'm
may
familiar
not be on
with.
Netflix. But I'm going to recommend that now. Let me know. I'm going to watch it. You guys can watch it. We'll talk about it next week.
All right, fair enough.
That's the thing I have not seen on Netflix that I would like to. Perfect.
There's also other ones people are watching: Kingdom of Us, Cabin Fever, Hostel, Corpse Bride, kind of old, Cult of Chucky, Teeth.
Wait, you saw Cult of Chucky?
I saw Cult of Chucky.
All right, what's thoughts? In terms of the vein, like, have you watched the whole franchise?
Yeah.
So
I love Chucky. He's so cute. He's just adorable.
Wait, Johnny Ray. What's his name? Johnny Ray. Like I forget her. Johnny Lee. Everyone's real.
I mean, this movie, putting it nicely, sucked. I did not like it. Nope. It was boring.
I want to say what happened is for this, from like the trailer that I've seen for Cult of Chucky, is that production value got lowered.
Yeah.
I think Brad Dourif still does the Chucky voice. However, here's a little catch. His daughter, I believe, is the actual star of that movie. So I think it was a little catch of like, hey, we'll put your daughter in this movie if you come back and do the voice of Chucky for us, as we can keep trying to push this thing along. And I want to say it was more probably designed for either straight to DVD, limited release, and then to push it onto a streaming service.
Like, here's the thing. I have my opinion about it, but I still commend people whenever they make anything, honestly. Because I'm like, a bunch of you guys got together, spent days, hours, like weeks, whatever, working on this. So good for them. I didn't really like it. It was boring. But it does pick up closer to the end. More exciting things happen. There were a few times where you're like, that's kind of scary. Or you see it coming, you're like, no, it happened, Because there are certain iconic things about Chucky, you know, like seeing his footsteps just running, and you're like, that's so cute, because he's Chucky.
Oh, cute. Yeah, I'm sure that's what.
And plus
it's
definitely not what not what I think.
No, I mean, plus it's probably also now with technology, the evolution of going from animatronics to going to CGI.
Some of that's, you could tell that most of the things that they did were very fake, and you could see.
But was it supposed to be? Was it intentionally campy in that sort of campy horror film style? Was it like?
What do you mean, like campy? It's all inside.
What's that?
Like, what do you mean campy?
Cheesy. Not campy as in camping outside, but campy as in cheesy. Wow, that's hilarious.
I'm done. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it was all inside. But that's not what you mean.
That was intense.
It takes place in an asylum this time, and I think the idea behind the movie is whether or not Chucky's actually real or just a figment of this girl's imagination.
I think it just wasn't completely executed the right way. But I could see how people liked it. I did run a poll on my Instagram because I've been watching a lot of horror movies. Let me see it. And hold on. Here we go. Out of the people polled, 55% of people liked it. And I don't remember how many were polled, but it was more than 10.
That's rough.
It's
That's
more
still
than
not.
10.
Yeah, we don't know how many.
The Rotten Tomatoes
But still,
the Rotten
like,
Tomatoes isn't great on that.
How much is it?
I should have had it up if I was gonna say that. I already seen
Brad.
it. I'm pretty sure it was 58 bad.
While you're up there, you
See?
did promise us
55.
some like finance stock tips from last week, so we're all
53%.
Actually, you know what?
53.
Ashley doesn't
Accurate.
know this, but you
It's
know, like
accurate.
we cut that segment. We cut that. It wasn't popular. It wasn't really popular,
You're
so
welcome,
we
guys.
cut the stock tip segment. I mean, only when it's like buy low. That's when we'll chime in and say buy now.
have
But
special news alerts for when to invest.
no, but actually,
Netflix
since
invest-
Ashley is bringing that up, I will say that on Monday, the Netflix stockholders are getting together to talk about the price hike. So that is something newsworthy that we'll talk about next week for sure.
See what I did there, guys? See how I brought it right
was
back?
beautiful.
Actually, that was all Rick. Master right here.
So which of us we're gonna draw straws and one of us has to sit through an entire conference call?
Yeah, that sounds great. I think you should do it, actually.
No, I was saying we should draw
Stop.
straws and one of us should
I
sit
think
through
we
an
should
entire conference
nominate
call.
whoever we think would be the best person to sit on that. And I nominate
Well, I
you.
know, but see,
I'm
but
gonna
if we
read
not,
the press release
but the
after
problem
the
is Steve
conference
won't
call. I'm
be
not
here
gonna
next
sit through.
week, so I don't know how that's going to happen. All right, guys. So next week we'll have that little news tip. Stranger Things is coming along, so we'll keep kind of talking about that. Don't forget to catch Mindhunter. Mindhunter. I always want to say Mindhunters, which is on Thursday the 22nd here after Buzz. I'll put it in the link. And Amy, where can everybody find you?
Well, you guys can find me on, everywhere. Everywhere at Amy Cassandra TV. No underscore. Said bye to the underscore. Yeah.
And she's almost got 8 followers, so go in there and give her a
Get me to 10,
click.
guys. Get me to 10. I can do this, right?
And you guys can find me on Twitter almost exclusively. I'm at Steve Kaufman. That's KAUFMANN.
Every time Steve does his handle, I'm like, what do you mean by almost exclusively? Like, are you in an open thing? I don't get it. I don't know what it means every
I'm on
week. but-
Instagram, but I only post on Thursdays.
Okay, we'll dissect later. So many things to get to see. Everybody, without a doubt, exclusively, I am Ashley Chaney, and you can find me on the internet exclusively at Ashley on Camera.
And you guys can check us out here every Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on AfterBuzzTV. I'm Rick Hong. You can find me on all social media at Rick Hong, RICKHONG. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Netflix and chill.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.